Placid ends at Mothballed beginnings by Ian O'Brien. I've recently had the privilege of watching this play at the Sears Drama Festival. It is O'Brien's first play ever presented on a somewhat professional level. It is extremely impressive. First of all, I would like to say that the play did not go without its problems. One of the actresses was, I don't know if she was sick or injured or what the case was, but with only 10 hours notice, an understudy managed to memorize all of her lines and put on a wonderful performance. And although I didn't catch the girl's name, you fucking rock. If you are watching, you fucking rock. I'm serious. I am extremely impressed. Wonderful. So what is Placid Ends at Mothballed Beginnings all about? Well, in a nutshell, they're in purgatory or hell or something like that. It is a realm of limbo in which the main characters exist. The entire realm is run by a creature known as the Keeper. He has the ability to observe other pockets of this plane of existence, though his ability to actually control events seems to be somewhat limited, or he just refuses to use such ability. He does, however, have the ability to communicate with all others within this state of existence. Now, there are three main subplots with three different pockets of this strange realm controlled by the Keeper. There is a subplot involving a woman who seems to have lost her child and her consoling husband. In another pocket, there is a man and a woman who are obviously very highly attracted to one another, but they just can't seem to get their relationship going. The man in this situation continuously asks the woman for permission to ask her a question, in which she screams out, "Shut up!" hurting his ears severely. Then there is the third pocket of this universe, which there are two men. One man has eaten the other man's arms, and he's really pissed off about it. It's the backbone of a lot of the comic relief. These two are basically trying to get out of this static realm, and they demand of the Keeper a way out. Eventually, the Keeper decides to give them a hole. This hole enables them to view other pockets of the realm. I'm not going to go into too much detail of the plot, but it's pretty damn good. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, whoa, hold on. What the hell are you rambling on about? Well, it's an absurdist play, and in the absurdist style, everything is supposed to be weird. As a way of normalizing the characters in an absurdist scenario, such as this, it was under O'Brien's direction that they dress their makeup to resemble zombies, which goes in with the being in hell or purgatory. It's presumed the characters are probably dead, and the Keeper at least has been around in this realm for 40,000 years. That's the only real timeline we get as to how far anyone's been there. Now, I've had the privilege of knowing Ian O'Brien, the playwright, since high school, and I gotta say, his writing style has really matured a lot. It's become more and more philosophical over the years. He's always had an interest in politics and philosophy, but he always leaned more towards the political side of things. Now, as he's becoming more philosophical, you can see it in the way he writes this script. At one point, one of the characters is attempting to jump without using her legs. This is the woman who screams and yells a lot, and her boyfriend, who she has difficulties hooking up with, is attempting to help her jump. Of course, upon realizing that you can only jump with your legs, after her confidently thinking it was possible to do so without them, he then asks why she even tried it, and she just said, "Because I can." Another example of O'Brien's philosophical bent would be in the situation with the two men who are attempting to escape, and the one man has eaten his friend's arms. Now, obviously, the man with no arms is extremely angry that he has had his arms bitten off. But his friend tries to cheer him up, saying, "Look, can you see with your arms? No, you cannot. How can you see the world? How can you experience things when you cannot see? And therefore, because you can see, you do not need your arms." It's a little out there. It's fucked up and funny as hell. But when you really think about it, it is quite a profound statement. I'll let you process that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, Jeopardy is a great show. It tests you on all the things you may know. It's a game where there's big winnings, unless you're against Ken Jennings. I have no idea why I'm throwing that in there, but I'm throwing it in there, because I'm a little absurd too. Now, one could say that this is kind of Ian O'Brien's coming-of-age ritual. I mean, it is his very first major play that he has written and has been performed in front of an audience. It is the first time that the ideas in his head have actually come into something tangible, something that one can witness. And it is a very beautiful thing. Now, as for set changing and whatnot, that was not an issue, as opposed to the other two plays that I saw that same night. For this kind of setup, the different pockets of this realm, because it's supposed to be all static, it's a form of limbo. There's no transition, there was no changing of lights, there was just everybody fluidly continued their line, using their ears to listen for cues. There was only one scenario in which an actor forgot his cue. There's just like a brief 2 seconds of silence, and then guy behind him kind of kicked him gently, very nonchalantly. It was well done, just to prod him, like, "Yeah, hey buddy, it's your line." Right, that was pretty good. That's the kind of thing happens a lot in theater, especially with a lot of younger actors, they don't always know their lines, but you always have to be on the ball, and that was a very well played move.